man from Lackawanna who's accused of trying to join and recruit for the terrorist group ISIS will be back in court tomorrow. The FBI raided Arafat Naji's home yesterday. Authorities say tips from the community led to a break in this case.
The FBI have been keeping a close eye on Naji for a number of years. Agents say they have proof he bought military combat gear, including night vision goggles, before traveling to Turkey, once in 2012 and again in 2014. Authorities believe Naji intended to join ISIS during those trips. He could face up to 15 years behind bars if convicted of attempting to provide material support to the terrorist group. Naji back in court tomorrow morning for a detention hearing. Investigators also focused on his Twitter account, which they say he used to pledge allegiance to the Islamic State. As
News 4's Ali Ingersoll reports, social media has become an easy way for terrorist groups like ISIS to recruit new members.
Federal investigators are now estimating around 20,000 people living in the U.S. are radicalized by ISIS. The terrorist organization is using social media to spread around their propaganda.
We realize the reach that they have created with social media and radicalization through the internet. They don't have to send a SWAT team. They only need to call one up.
They're calling them up on social media sites like Twitter and Facebook.
ISIS has been very successful in recruiting these lone violent extremists. I think they have, at least in the world of terror, pioneered the way to exploit social media.
Stephen McMartin says anybody can interact with ISIS members online.
If you're looking for information on jihad, there is just a wealth of information.
We ran this search on our own, and in a few keystrokes and clicks, we found conversations between people posting pictures about explosives. The public access to this type of information is alarming, but law enforcement can't censor it.
When you start to encroach on civil liberties in the name of fighting terrorism, you're starting to hand the terrorists a win.
McMartin says investigators are seeing people who may not have been criminals get involved with illegal activity due to the ability to access information so easily. And these lone wolf homegrown terrorists ISIS is making through social media should be taken seriously.
ISIS clearly is the main threat against the security of the United States at the moment.
McMartin says the saying, if you see something, say something, does continue to stand for social media. So he says if you see a tweet or a Facebook post that might raise a few red flags, to report it immediately to law enforcement. Reporting in Lackawanna, Ali Ingersoll, News 4.